friends. Thanks for joining us here at the Amplified Network. Your show will begin in just a few minutes, but first I want to go on ahead and shout out to our awesome sponsors. First, we have the Mouse Merch Box. It is an official Disney subscription box. It is $60 quarterly if you subscribe, or $70 per box. It's going to come with $120 to $150 worth of exclusive Disney apparel and merchandise. So definitely check that out. If you do decide that you want to check them out, we do have a coupon code for you. Coupon code is going to be Springs20 for 20% off of your order. Next, we have the Great Adventure Supply Company. Great Adventure Supply Company is really cool. They have a bunch of 80s and 90s themed pop culture themed Disney and theme park apparel. So if you're like me, you miss the 90s, you love that style. They recently released some new exciting additions to their store. Be sure to check them out. And we also have a coupon code for the Great Adventure Supply Company that's going to be Magic15 for 15% off of your order. So thank you so much for joining us. We greatly appreciate you and our sponsors. So stay tuned here on the Amplified Network. Your show will be coming up soon.
Waiting for the light. Is that not already plugged in? Oh, never mind. Then are we official? Are we good?
All right.
All right, Anime Club. Hello, officially.
Yay!
Happy birthday, Vance. By the way.
Thank you.
How old? Closer to death are you?
24.
Hey. Wait, how am I the older one of those? Son of a bitch! I thought I was the younger one out of us two.
Wait, you're y'all older than me?
I turned 24 in March. Last month was my 24th.
Bitch, what?
Yeah. I thought I was the youngest person in this house.
I thought you were too.
Okay, anyhow, rapid fire show today. We're on kind of a time crunch, so starting off with sad news. If anybody liked Lupin the Third, our beloved mangaka has passed away.
Yeah, sadly. I just saw that post this morning, so I was like...
Did you read the manga or watch the anime growing up?
I want to. I did see a couple clips, and I saw a couple posts on Instagram.
I think there's an
really
updated
funny
anime that is out that I never got a chance to check out.
Yes.
But if you watch the old one, it is like a good, goofy detective. Like, have you ever watched Space Dandy?
Yes.
Space Dandy, if you want shows like Space Dandy,
Dandy
Lupin the Third is like the predecessor to Space Dandy. He's the first like detective anime I watched growing up with the guys like, he's like a ladies' man like Tony Stark, but he's also very witty. Quick.
Okay, so wait, is he as bad as Dandy, like Lady Man wise, or worse?
No, but there's probably the first cartoon I saw in early Cartoon Network where they had like semi nudity, and they realized, hey, we can't just approve everything Japan sends, and we have to do some edits.
I guess because
because there was like shows where we had to fight like men, women. There's like I know there's an episode where he was like a bathhouse, and they were trying to like seduce him to kill him in episodes like that.
I really need to put this higher on my to watch list.
Next up, so. What's up? My Hero has officially dominated manga charts.
Woo-wee! So, guys, My Hero Academia is doing really good. And Shonen Jump's, like, over here, like, on the charts, they have entry after entry for volumes 3, 13, 18, and so on and so forth. My Hero Academia is definitely killing it. The support that everybody's giving it, it is just up at the top. And I'm telling you guys, if you keep this up, you guys will definitely be like right behind me in the manga in the anime series because it is just fire.
I need to go ahead and watch My Hero. Not watch, but read it because I always catch a lot of good mangas at slow parts. Like I started reading Bleach when the anime went off, and when I caught up, they already had the initial loss from the Quincy's. That basically their first Thanos beating. And they were all training to recover, and you fight without their bankais. So I jumped back in during the slow period, and then was able to watch the final arc week by week go through until Shonen Jump rushed the hell out of it. With Naruto, I came in at the Naruto and Killer Bee fight, the possessed tail beast fight. which
Possessed Toby.
when they not when they transformed, but when they were first under Obito's control, and it was literally like the one tail through.
Okay.
When they were all still Jinchuriki and they were.
Yeah, it was okay. I remember
when they were all fighting the four. I literally came in on the chapter where they first got jumped, when Killer Bee first got jumped.
Okay, I remember that. Then.
And then moving on. So Berserk, what is up with this? I keep trying to see. Has Berserk just been retold like 8 different times in 20 years?
No, so
I've seen shows, movies, and I see they all end the same with old girl getting literally getting the shaft in like hell, and I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna pick this up.
So the issue was with this time, it's basically the manga was on a hiatus, and in the manga world, that is a very big thing. No one knows the struggle and pain of like reading, and then they're like, oh, we're just gonna take like a really long break without any warning. And this has been on an 8-month break, which isn't bad because anybody that watched or seen Black Lagoon, they are
good show,
famous.
By the way.
Really good show.
Actually, one of the few originals in the last couple of years where I watched like every episode as it came on TV. I'm like, this is interesting.
And you know the cool thing is it has like more with the manga. So if you want to see anything more, if you want to catch up where they left off, because they left us at a big cliffhanger. Because once you pick up where they left off in the show,
at the end of season 2,
yeah, it's
really?
still more.
I thought that was it.
Nope, there was still more. There's probably like 3 more chapters for
Interesting.
that.
Okay.
But Black Lagoon is a famous hiatus one because it'll drop a chapter and then Hiyori Ri will just stop out of nowhere, like cold turkey.
Same with Hunter x Hunter, but that's for health issues. So what is the deal with Berserk? They're coming off hiatus.
They're coming off the 8-month hiatus.
So they're just beginning production, or they have like chapters stored up, and they're just gonna spit these out weekly.
He probably just did the whole introductory chapter, and then they probably have a good couple done.
I feel like that's what they need to do with manga as well, like because they're doing with anime now, where they're not just like firing like a new episode every week and destroying their animation budget and people's literal bodies, and then you get 80 filler chapters from a different company because everyone who works on the main story is all. It's like you got Game of Thrones, which everyone's raving. I don't watch it. Sorry,
shut up.
I haven't seen the show. I don't
you haven't seen the show?
I've seen the show. Never. You know what episode I walked in on? Oberyn versus the Mountain.
Which one was that?
The little guy fighting the big guy who ends up like. He thinks he's like. Is it? I guess. I don't know. There's so many different characters. I couldn't tell you who's. They were in an arena, and I think they were fighting for the midget's freedom. Okay. There was literally this tower guy. And the whole time he's screaming, like, you killed and raped my sister, and blah. And I'm like, okay. Little dude's whooping the big dude's ass. And then it was like, plot twist, and I'm like, Squish. I don't need this anymore. What was that?
All I'm saying is, my friend, when you start from episode 1, don't like
anyone.
Anybody.
Okay, actually, no. That was my second episode. You know what episode I walked in on? The Red Wedding. That was my first ever episode of Game of Thrones. And I legit was doing the South Park. I'm like, I like all these people. They stabbed the pregnant lady? Yo! They killed the wolf!
Yo, no, man.
Why?
The pregnant lady stab was just out of nowhere because they were just like, it was just like, the guy just like, he was just talking casually and I was like, okay. I didn't expect anything to happen and just out of nowhere, stab. Like,
I'm like, I'm pretty sure that they legit hit the fetus.
Bruh.
And then they're like, oh, look, the wolf. Stab him too.
He just kept going, and then the what is it? The Stark mom, Catelyn or something like that. She just went out like a G. She's just like.
Yeah, and then I keep seeing South Park nailed it when they just kept killing people during their little Game of Thrones arc, and they're like, no, everyone really liked him. I'm like, this must be the whole show because I watched one episode and I was traumatized. My kid brother, who doesn't really do gore, walked in on Oberyn versus the Mountain and then saw the end and started crying because they just replaced his head with a grapefruit.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm trying to figure out how you even. I didn't think that was possible to just like. And then I'm like, why would you get in that close? Shank from a distance. Like
he was being overconfident. Watch the show.
I saw those 2 episodes and like. Now that I know we're in the final, I'll probably pick up the show when this season finishes. And
Trust me, you have plenty of time, so just start picking up the show.
All right, moving on. Crunchyroll Movie Night. Take it away.
Movie Night. We are showing Saga of Tanya the Evil. I don't know if you guys remember, in a couple anime episodes ago, we did talk about that show. It was something that I will plan on recommending and doing like a quick summary for everybody to, get into that show. But it's a really cool show. They are getting their first movie, I believe, because I did not hear anything about that show having a movie. That came out of left field.
Yeah.
So, I believe they're going to start off in Japan, and they'll eventually move their way over here. But they're going to start having a movie night for it.
So what do they do? What are they doing? They're showing them in theaters. They're streaming it online or like a live chat room.
Online.
How does
theaters.
movie nights work?
Online and theaters.
Because I know Studio Ghibli does Ghibli Fest, where they have like two or three.
Go to one.
I need to go. Only one I really want to see is Kiki's Delivery Service. That one was like my first, I think, anime movie ever.
Mm-hmm.
And because my first show ever was Sailor Moon, so I kind of got that kind of vibe. And when you could go rent the tapes from the library. So Kiki was like my first anime film, and then you had My Neighbor Totoro, Howl's Moving Castle, and then they kind
I
of
need to watch that.
They got a whole lot of Disney fans, and they finally did Ponyo though. So that was the little one with the little fish. Yeah, because that anime, and then that was bad because like they got all those fans from like Disney who didn't know about like anime art styles, and then Studio Ghibli closed down like a month after they released.
And you know what's so funny? Disney is trying to buy One Piece from the creator, not to buy it like to own it or anything, but to like have like the rights to like use the powers and stuff like that.
Oh, okay, I could understand.
So like they can like use Luffy's like stretchy arm and stuff like that, or Crocodile's sand power and stuff like that.
So, I mean, this is probably a topic for somebody else's show, but has anyone seen like their streaming lineup? They are coming in like heavy with their titles.
Mm-hmm.
Like they did Disney Plus or whatever they show. They have like some kind of expo. They just showed like their entire lineup of what their version of Netflix is gonna look like. I thought it was gonna be terrible. They are coming in with some heavy properties.
If only we had a podcast that talked about Disney stuff
and movies. Hi, theater goers. You guys can take this one. We'll leave it alone.
There you go.
Okay, so that's it for that. So video games. Jump Force is still...
This is going to be the last time we talk about this crap, right?
Until Kaiba probably drops.
Kaiba drops first.
Does he?
Yes.
So Kaiba drops first. All Might is coming afterwards.
Second. And then there's like 7 more DLC.
Do we have screenshots or is there like a video trailer for All Might in his like movie
I
set?
found screenshots so far. And he looks good. To be honest with you, he kind of looks like the ripped one from... One's Justice, to be honest, just like with a 3D texture.
Got you. I saw people picked up One's Justice, but I don't know anyone who's really like playing it anymore.
It wasn't really a game. I don't know. Like it just
like a lot of those.
Talking about last time, it feels like that anime.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of games or a lot of animes are not having a good rollout the way Dragon Ball Z did, because the first game stateside was that first Budokai, which went platinum like immediately.
Yeah,
and the rollout for it, because they work with Toonami, and the rollout for it was like that first scene of Vegeta going Super Saiyan, and you got Tom from Toonami's like, don't call them cartoons, and then you get everyone else powering up. They don't like to be called cartoons.
See, that's
and then you realize this is actually a game. You're like, oh.
But you got to remember too, like back then, like they were based more on like story modes because we didn't have the feature of online play and things like that.
I don't like games that go strictly for online. Like I see Call of Duty doing it because they've built up more of an online fan base now versus catering to the story. Like Black Ops 1 and 2, Modern Warfare series was like the last time we had a good Call of Duty story. But when they came up with Black Ops 3, like we're going strictly online, or Black Ops 4 strictly online, I'm like, I'm not even shocked. No. Like you don't even need the home menu. Just go straight to put me straight in the lobby.
Yeah, that's all.
Like don't even give me the sparkles and bedazzle of having to click start.
But see, that's like the one thing that anime games do best. Like especially Naruto Storm, like when that dropped and they had their story mode, like that was like very
Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, and Dragon Ball.
But
depending on what's the later games, some of them were they had good rollout, but people stopped trusting them.
Well, you notice that they started to like cut the story mode a little bit.
Naruto, I get their story mode thing because the whole game took place in one area.
Well, I mean like scene wise, like they start to like cut.
Scene wise, okay, that's another thing I was talking about with friends of mine, on the slide. Anime games have low-key gotten lazy with the fact that we used to get the whole
things,
the whole like if like with Storm 3 and 4, some of that hadn't been animated yet. The show or the game would have been the first time we saw that like animated, and they literally just took screenshots that like pan over from the TV show or episodes that were in production, and then they would just literally slowly pan over and have text. And I'm like, good rollout. Rollout, by the way, is like all your promotion and everything leading up to it. The Dragon Ball Z actors had a mock fighting tournament for fighters. Rollout is good. Commercials are good. Then you play the game and you're like, it's like bittersweet because you love it, but then there's just like so many. They get lazy on the small parts that make games complete.
That's
Storm 3. We had the option to take out blood for kids who parents might like the show but don't want them playing violent video games. You could remove the gore, which was just like blood splatter here and there, like minor cuts, and replace it with like water and black marks. Storm 4, they just took all that out and replaced it all with like black circles,
black arms.
They're supposed to be missing a hand. Their arms are just black. I'm like, that's
just lazy.
I watched every streamer who played the game go, yo, what the hell?
That was the first thing I noticed, because I was like, wait, what is that? I wasn't even paying attention to the whole, like, because I think, what's it called? They did animate that before the show caught to that part, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was just like, you guys just literally ruined this for me. Like, I don't understand, like, how you did that.
Because Storm 2 was what got me back into, because I was like, Naruto has.
But you notice they started to do that with Gohan, too. They gave him both his arms back. Future Gohan back his arms back.
I don't mind giving him both his arms back. I would like it if Battle Damage Gohan in all the video games lost an arm.
But I like but for anybody that doesn't understand what we're talking about, anybody that watches Dragon Ball Z or is watching Dragon Ball Z, sorry. There's the Cell Saga. There's a part where Gohan is an adult in Trunks' future, the one that he came from to save the present.
Yeah,
right?
He came from an alternate timeline where the main cast is all passed away or died, been killed in battle. Yeah. So in his Trunks' timeline, Vegeta's son, Vegeta's dead, Goku's dead. Goku's son, Gohan, is his mentor. And at one point, they lose a fight because Trunks got bodied. And protecting him from a blast, he loses an arm. My thing is, like, in all the video games where, like, you do enough damage and the character's costume changes to, like, ripped outfits. Like, in Tenkaichi, if you get hit with if you lose a Ki Blast battle, you automatically are in battle damage mode.
Yeah.
I would like battle damage Gohan to be missing an arm. You could make it a nub if you want to. You don't have to make it bleeding. I would like for him to just be like... Or even what they did with Sasuke and Storm, just never show it, just have it covered by the sleeve.
But that's what I'm saying, like, okay, so...
Although if you catch it at the right angle, that model has an arm.
Yeah, it does. But, it's the black arm. No, what they do now in the game, it's just like, they just have it limp. And he doesn't use it. Yeah. Period.
Next up, Dragon Ball World Mission, which everyone seems to be liking. I already lose all my... Well, I don't spend money.
I knew you played. That's why
I refuse to play... I like being what's called a free-to-play player, meaning I will take my thing strictly on chance and luck. Like Community Day, which we'll talk about later. If I don't have enough coins from battling gyms to buy the Community Day box, I'm SOL. If I don't have enough money, if I don't have enough Dragon Stones in Dokkan Battle, which is basically what it is, a mix of heroes in Dokkan, I can't do whatever the featured summon is and get the rare cards. If I'm playing like... I don't know, with Zelda or one of these Mario games or something, and I can't afford to get, like, if I can't afford to get any kind of add-on that would give me an advantage in the game, which I just got Battlefront 2, the original and the newest one, so that's going to be a grind.
Have fun.
I mean, my brother has unlocked Darth Vader already, but he doesn't have much of an adult life. So
I was just watching how he became a Vader thing, and there's a lot of subtle things like a lot of people in the comment sections put in there. It's so good.
I mean, if you think about it, the entire Jedi Order was brought down because one guy wanted to get laid. Like, if you look at all of Star Wars, that is completely what brought them down.
All I have to say is this: ladies, just never judge like how much a man really wants it.
Although I will say, hey, George Lucas, if you're watching, please give us the Obi-Wan backstory. We'd greatly appreciate it. Although I heard they're taking a halt after...
Okay, pause. I don't know that much about Star Wars, so I'm just...
Obi-Wan's like...
I know Obi-Wan. I know that
they're doing all...
I don't know about the backstory you're talking about.
All I'm saying, they're doing all these, like... When you see Star Wars episode, main story. When you see a Star Wars story, like Rogue One, these are all, like, side missions, side stories that have been, like, maybe one line of dialogue in a previous film. They turn into a whole movie. So, like, when they're, like, a team risked their lives to get this plans to the Death Star in, like, 1970, 30 years later, they turned this into a whole... They turned it into a whole film.
And now you're waiting for the Obi-Wan.
So now you had Solo, Han Solo's movie, a Star Wars story. People were saying we could get the Obi-Wan Kenobi story. We'd be happy as hell.
But then didn't they write a book about that or something like that?
They've had books, but now the movies are determining what's canon. Although the Clone Wars... A TV show from 2003 is officially canon, which means Foot Fighting Grievous is canon, which makes me happy because that dude was a badass.
All right, what's we got next on the chopping block?
Oh yeah, we didn't even get into it. So World Mission, what's happening with that now?
Let me take a look at that for you because I thought you play it, right?
No, I don't have it on Switch. That's my brother's Switch. I play whatever he buys. But
you play it though.
Sometimes I don't have World Mission. I play Dokkan Battle, which is a simple. As far as getting characters, it's the same thing. You get them. You got to get certain ways to level up their levels, and then they have special attacks, and then they have like a hidden potential system.
Do you have control of those special attacks, or they just do it?
It's literally like a mixed match game. So they'll take
like Yu-Gi-Oh, kind of.
Like they'll take scenes from games, and they'll make them their super attacks. But each character is assigned like a type. So agility, tech, physical, strength, intelligence. Red, blue, purple, yellow, green.
That sounds so familiar. If I remember the name.
Red, blue, purple, yellow, green. This color is strong against this color. This color is also weak against this color. And then
Duel Masters.
Basically, it's like Duel Masters. And then you have certain teams that can be made. Like if you use anyone like Ultra Instinct, Super Saiyan Blue, Beerus, the Kais, they can go in the Realm of Gods category, and they all give each other a bonus. If you use like Goku, Gohan, Goten, you can fit in the Goku family category. So there's all these little subsets they've used now in the last years of develop. Because before the game, when it came out, it was literally get the strongest cards, level up, take on the boss. Maybe you can get medals to awaken these new characters you can summon. They've gone in depth and made like minor mechanics, so even if you can't afford to keep buying Dragon Stones, which is currency in this game, to summon new characters, and hopefully you don't get shafted and get a BS card.
But you will.
You do. It's called. There's literally
every game.
They got caught tampering with the
RPG aspect of it sucks ass.
To summon characters, it costs 5 stones for a single, 50 stones to do a 10 summon. They got caught tampering with people's accounts in Japan. Gave all of Japan 300 stones, which is 6 summons, meaning you get 60 characters and a chance to pick up whatever featured cards you want, and they claimed it was for a visual error. So every time they do an update or for some huge patch, American fans are just like, so can we get our 300 stones? Because so basically they figured out people were YouTubing this game, like people are doing World Mission, and they realized, hey, these dudes are out here spending hundreds, if not thousands, just so they can stream themselves pulling the featured card, which would be like Gohan. Art will be him doing the Father Son Kamehameha. If we change their account and set the settings on, or set the summon rate of this specific character to 0%, they will
higher, just to get.
No, they take it from like, let's say your chance of pulling this rare card is like 5%. They will set it to 0, so you will literally just keep spamming over and over, keep making videos trying to summon this card. You have no chance of getting it. And they found this out because people data mine their accounts, and then they got busted. They're like, hey, why is it his account is like a 15% and I'm literally at 0 or -5?
Because what was it? The reason I brought that up was because like I saw a couple like YouTubers like on Dokkan, like what was the last one? Goku, the Super Saiyan God Goku one, and I saw someone pulled it like on their not first try, but like on their first video, and that was the only video I saw from them based on that.
Yeah. So first guy who got me into was Living Ichigo. I literally started with him like first month the game was out, so I'm like one of the oldest players here, just because every time they have like anniversary stuff, I get like a bonus. So you play it like that. It's kind of like World Mission, but I think with World Mission you can grind currency. So well, what else? What other news is coming with that game?
So you guys are getting your first. I mean, I'm saying you guys because you play on your brother's Switch. You're getting your first wave of DLC. So new mission, new characters, and what was the other thing? New cards.
Gotcha. Yeah, this is kind of how it works. So there's like a whole type system.
Oh, I've seen this.
Yeah, so like these are tech, weak against purple. So even my Chaozu's a crap card. I have an LR Vegito. He has 2 super moves. So if I put him on Raditz, hit the purple. Oh, we have visitors. By the way, we're recording, so theater goers are being here right after us.
Sorry, guys.
We have adult problems.
Sorry.
But yeah, so now Vegeta dominates with his super attack.
And just blows up the little shit.
Boom, Raditz. Game blasted. World Mission. Okay, so a recap of Community Day, which we will edit in the screenshots.
I'm so sad.
How did you guys do?
I got my Solomons, but it wasn't the green one.
I got a Salamence, and I do have one shiny Dragon, but I haven't evolved it at all yet because I did.
I literally did it like an hour before work, and I literally ran up and down the street, and I kept searching for. I just wanted the.
I didn't run anywhere, but
I didn't run.
I went to Target.
Okay, here's my gripe. My bad on false info apparently, because this time they switched it from 25 candies to do the first evolution second move to 75. So
yeah.
I grinded.
Like, damn it, Tafari.
No, I grinded like 200 extra candies just because I was farming to try and get shinies. But then when it was over, I was like, had I not done that, I literally wouldn't be able to afford a second super move or I wouldn't be able to evolve them all the way or have a second super move. Yeah. So I did that. I was like, not only did they raise the candy limit, they didn't add in 4 times, what is it, capsule or incubator effectiveness.
Yeah,
so I popped 4 10K eggs, did laps around Crane's roost.
And then looked at it and realized.
I looked at it, healthy me. I got 8 kilometers in a day.
What's up with all the Beneries?
We have a whole. First off, go to. It'll tell you right here. News.
Is it the extravaganza thing?
So apparently 2K.
It's the fact that Easter is on.
Yeah,
Sunday.
2K. We have an extravaganza till Easter. 2K eggs. There's a chance to get Pichu Smoochum.
Oh, that's why I got a Pichu.
Yeah, my brother I think has a shiny one.
I got a shiny Pikachu now.
I think he has a shiny Pichu and a shiny Pikachu. Yeah, he has a shiny Pichu that he doesn't evolve because I think he wants to get a shiny Pichu without evolving. He wants to have both. So you get Pichu Smoochum, I forget what the third one is, and there's a chance to get a shiny Baneri. Speaking of, so if you look at the screenshots we'll do in editing, my shiny luck was ass. Like, my brother is texting me from home. He's like, "Can you please come get me? I want to go to Crane's Roost." I'm like, they're spawning everywhere. If I come get you, we won't have to, by the time we get back here, it'll be too late, and we'll have like an hour, and we won't make it, which we would not have. I told him, wherever you're at, keep the game on, plug in your phone, pop a lucky egg and an incense. Son of a gun, he texts me like, his second bag on, shiny, 100% IV.
Oh,
he literally,
my second one was shiny, but it wasn't a good one.
He literally got, okay, you see like my top, these are my top 2. You're looking at the screenshot as a 647, 658. My other ones, 170, 114, 15. Yeah, I literally had to get rid of some because I ran out of Pokespace.
Seriously? Dude,
I had to purge the ones that weren't working because not only was their CP low, their IVs were like 10, 15, were like sometimes single digit numbers. I was catching shinies, but I couldn't break 200 to save my life.
Dude, this is my highest CP right here. Like, this guy.
Yeah, my Salamence I think is my third strongest Pokemon.
But what's it called? I was on iDrive and I was expecting like, oh yeah, there's gonna be like plenty Pokespawns here and there's gonna be plenty of Bagon everywhere I go. Bro, I literally had nothing. That's why I was like running up
pop
and down
an incense and a lucky egg, and you will be good.
I didn't get it. I didn't find any still. I was literally.
That's weird that you got no luck on iDrive.
That's what I was saying. That's why I was like,
but the first 2 hours, I kept getting like just shitty shinies, and I'm like, how am I not? If I really have to, I'll evolve one of these if they're good, but they were just garbage pulls. Like, I could not break anything over 700 as far as a shiny.
Nope.
My best one is I think the 658 on screen right now. You can see the other screenshot we'll do in post-production. My 2 Salamances are decent. And I'll say I'll say as far as my efforts went, thank God I farmed the extra candies because I needed it for evolutions and the bonus moves.
Yeah.
I definitely did not mean to put that Q there. So yeah, I think this is my best Pokemon move-wise. After the end of the day, I had 85 candies left over.
Hydro Pump? What
so
the hell?
For my main move for both of them, Dragon Tail, Outrage, Hydro Pump. You can learn Draco Meteor, but my friend who's like a Poke expert, our boss, you're better off having 2 different types.
Yeah, so, it's always better to have.
So if you have Outrage and Draco Meteor, great move. It's a community day move. But if they learn like Hydro Pump, it's also good because now you have a Dragon and a Water move. Dude, but like my shiny, he knows Fire Fang, Outrange, Hydro Pump.
That's good. That's 3 different typings right there.
Pokemon Go Hub, I think, is where you go and they'll give you a whole move set. So if you have like one of the TMs and like I want to change a super move, it'll tell you what you have a chance of getting.
Oh, okay.
All right, so moving on to Pokemon, hence why we're calling this episode Collectibles and such. So new raid bosses, Latios is here from today until next Monday. I got mine already.
Bring your friend. Yours. You already got one?
It's not hard to catch. I'll say that. At least not the one I was because there was like 15 people in it. Battle-wise, maybe. But as far as the raid, I sent my screenshot, I think. Yeah, my Latios, 2133 is not bad on CP, but I literally caught it on the first shake. Like a nice throw.
Wow.
All right, so
that's lucky, guys.
we have the new we have a new trailer out for what is it? Are we calling it Mewtwo Strikes Back or is it just Pokemon
Yes,
the
Mewtwo.
movie? All right, so the remake of Pokemon the first movie, Mewtwo Strikes Back, has a new trailer out. New tidbits. Sweet to see the sad slapping Pikachu
It's actually called Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution.
Evolution. So if you haven't watched it, check it out. There's actually a lot of good like new little tidbits in there from the first movie.
Yeah, but how do we feel about how Ash and everybody looks like that?
I like their look. I like classic Ash. I hope we keep classic Ash's voice and not the new person.
I know, because this played like music the whole time. It was,
is Pikachu the same actor in Japan, America though? Because now that I'm hearing the voice, that's the first time I've realized like same exact sound effects. So we just get like.
Does the person even show up to work anymore?
I don't know. That'd be a great royalty check for me though.
For real, bro. Like that is just money.
Like not everybody knows this, but I imagine Vin Diesel's getting hella checks off of saying I am Groot.
Oh, for sure.
Also,
of course.
Also the Iron Giant. The man said like all of 10 lines, and a few screams.
Good God, I haven't seen.
I forgot that was him. I didn't know it was him until like I got older and looked at the credits.
Dude, oh, look at that. That is so clean.
Yes. All right, we're doing good. Okay, so there's a new movie trailer. So Mewtwo, a lot of action. It's in Japanese right now. We'll probably get it dubbed in like a week or so. I like Metal Form Mewtwo. If you ever played Project M for Smash, I wish that was a costume they would give him.
Now, guys, check this out. So we have some Sword and Shield news for the Switch coming up. So it is rumored that we might be getting armored evolutions, and the first Pokemon that will get their armor first is no other than Mewtwo.
So Pokemon that look like that, because it looks like a prehistoric Pokemon War-ish type setting for that.
They're on the slapping cart.
I feel like that didn't feel as sad as before because they didn't really make contact. But maybe it's different.
It did make contact, didn't it? I swore.
No, I'm saying in the first movie. Remember, you heard this like they put emphasis on each of those slaps, and you watch Pikachu's face like shift. With that one, it was just kind of like.
I'm pretty sure they'll go back and edit it.
Yeah.
But
we're so full of fake outs, by the way. Like Hulk being in the first Infinity War, I felt so betrayed. Speaking of, just stay off YouTube. I'm already seeing
Shut up.
No, I'm. This is a warning. No spoilers. I'm just seeing a bunch of people with their same thing that happened with Kingdom Hearts. People who claim they have either leaks or fake screenshots, and YouTube decided, hey, we saw you like glance at it for half a second and never click the video. Let's fill your recommended section with it and see if you possibly might have something ruined for you.
You want to know the worst thing?
What?
That happened to me on YouTube regarding movies that are coming out right now.
What?
I was just scrolling through YouTube, minding my business, not caring about anything.
The usual.
I was scrolling down and I just so happened to find out how blank gets rescued in the movie.
In Infinity War?
Endgame.
Really?
Yes.
I haven't seen anything like that.
Dude, it was a trailer. That's the sad part.
Was it? Okay, I feel like if they're showing it in the trailer, it's either going to be misleading on purpose, which they've done before, or...
I would have thought the same thing too, but who they said was going to go rescue blank, I was just like, damn.
I don't mind theories. I don't mind the fact that people are saying, okay, I think that we might get 2 to 3 Thanos fights in this movie, which I'm like, I'm game for that, because my only issue that I'm seeing right now is the trailers. We know they have to fight Thanos.
Everybody knows that.
Everybody
knows that.
But we know that that's going to be possibly the dramatic finale. What the hell else are they doing for the other 3 hours is my issue. We see a lot of action, so they're just like brainstorming on how do we get everyone back for 2.5 hours. I don't hate it, but we should just call it Avengers at the Round Table.
Well, I mean, how to get one of the Avengers back on the round table, I wish I did not get to see that because I was very upset afterwards. I was like...
Because everyone's theorizing maybe we start off with either...
Well, did you see like the initial trailer, like the very first trailer for Endgame, and you saw like Tony talking to his helmet and stuff like that?
Yeah, so I mean we see that Tony is okay, which... They couldn't do him off in the beginning of the next film. That'd just be insulting to put him in.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not shocked. My thing is, people are saying maybe they think, oh, Captain Marvel's here. They go to fight Thanos, get mollywopped again, and then they come back and they're just like, all right, huddle. What the hell else can we do?
Well,
and that might be like the first third. Everyone's thinking that might be like the first act.
Oh, so you think they're gonna go there first? Well, then someone's gonna die. Then
That's what they're saying. They're thinking, okay, maybe we go there.
who are you taking bets on?
I don't know.
It can't be Captain America.
It might be.
He has to be at the end.
I saw a theory saying maybe he goes into an alternate timeline where he gets to stay in the past and all this other stuff.
If they kill somebody right now, because I know Nebula's not gonna die. Nebula's out.
My
for
thing
revenge.
is, people are theorizing that we're just gonna start off peacefully with Hawkeye's family, and then he's gonna watch his family just get eradicated, and then we're gonna cut into everyone.
He might die.
I mean, he could. I feel like he's got too much because apparently he becomes Ronin, which is his alter ego after he loses his family in comics.
The badass one.
Yeah, so apparently that's him. So people are like, what if that scene of him training his girl to shoot arrows is how we start off, and then we just see him terrorize with kids.
Yep.
But tangents. So back to why we're calling this collectible. Speaking of movies, Detective Pikachu, you get a new collectible card if you see the movie on opening weekend, which I might keep for my collection, honestly, if you guys have seen it already.
I'm just gonna go get it so I can put it in a frame and.
I'm not gonna lie, I want to go see Yu-Gi-Oh! Dark Dimensions. They came in with like a handful of extra. Anyone not get one? And I should have said like, oh yeah, me and my roommate still need it because you got Obelix the Tormentor, the Egyptian god card.
Oh, I saw something about
but
that.
You only got it if you opened it. And I'm like, and they were selling for like $80. And I'm like, me and my roommate were like, we should have grabbed a couple. That was like our entire food budget right there. I still have it in my drawer, mint condition, by the way. But yeah, you get a nice little collectible movie card if you go see Detective Pikachu. Ryan, there's a new teaser trailer out where it's like they're casting all the Pokemon. So you see them do all their sound effects and goofy bits. It's actually really heartwarming. All right, next piece of business, One Piece movie. Have you seen the trailer?
I didn't know that was going on until you sent the screenshot.
That is how I feel at every One Piece film. They have a good promotion, but I didn't know One Piece film Gold came over here to America.
It was actually really good.
I've heard it was really good. I wanted to see because I saw Spondum and Lucci was in it.
Yeah, he was in the last movie too.
Yeah, I see they keep putting like apparently everyone's in this one. I saw Rob Lucci, I think Spondum,
Wait, didn't Robin kill him?
No, she broke his spine. That's the first time we saw her use her powers for like very dark acts. But it was deserved. That guy was a prick.
He was.
So remember he was like dragging her by her hair on the staircase.
Oh, I remember that scene.
He's like, oh yeah, your friends will never hate you, and then
he was doing.
And then remind her, by the way, the one who killed everyone in your hometown was my dad. Guess who's coming to finish the job? He just kept bragging throughout the entire arc, so that when he because there's a part in the One Piece manga before I started reading where they, I guess CP9 got exiled for losing, and they literally went to the island where they got CP agents and like trained them and killed all the teachers apparently.
Well, damn.
And you see Spondum is bedridden, like in a hospital bed because he's paralyzed.
Mm-hmm.
So seeing him standing in gold was weird. I don't know if any of these movies are canon, but literally like Captain Kidd, I think Shanks, Spondum,
those are in there.
Like almost every hero in the village. Crocodile, I see keeps making his comebacks.
Crocodile just had a cameo in the last two episodes.
Yeah. I'm waiting for them. I watched the increments of 5 where we're like 894. See, I watched that and I'm like, okay, so they're bringing everyone to the table, Smash Bros. Style. I don't know if this is canon or not. Like Film Z apparently was like the best one, but everyone's saying that it wasn't. I haven't seen any of them, but everyone's saying, "Oh, that wasn't canon." Great movie. Too bad it's not canon though, because he was a great character.
I feel like that's how we.
But my thing is like Dragon Ball Z had a good rollout. All these other Studio Ghibli films had good rollout. It's weird though, because I think I missed it. I just missed it completely, or they didn't promote it much when Naruto the Last came over here and Boruto, because I didn't know they were even in theaters. Actually, you know what? I was in college and both those came out and couldn't get to a theater, so I didn't even bother to look. That's what my problem was. But DBZ did like a couple million. All 3 films, and Gold did like 500K, like 500,000 like U.S. domestically. It was weird.
Ouch. What was I gonna say? Damn, that's bad. 5K.
I think. I mean, that's that. I don't think they spent that much on the movie, but
I guess
it was.
Damn.
The film apparently did it was a good movie. It just not a lot of people went to go see it. And I feel like so many people are burnt out on One Piece and they all fell off like I did at one point.
I mean, for now, at least for me, like they're just going like rapid fire. Well, I mean, we're in the Yokono arc thing. Like I call it the Yokono arc. I know it's not. That's what
Yonko,
it's
whatever.
called. Yonko. There you
Yeah,
go.
the Yonko.
I know that's not exactly the arc or what it's called, but like if you had to like put the arc in a subcategory.
You talking about anime or manga?
Both.
Yeah. So we're still in the Whole Cake Island thing for anime. Manga, we're in the Wano arc.
Yeah, and that's but right now. The way that they're doing it, they're just visiting all the emperors with them right now. So it's just like, okay, so the next one should be.
I'm curious how to see
the next one.
I'm curious to see how the Reverie goes when they had all the kings and queens from every like nation they've been to on their adventure so far meet up, and then that just ended. Also, am I supposed to feel bad for Akuma? Because apparently the dude who scattered all of them for the time skip.
Oh,
because remember he was getting rode like an animal by that like little prince dude, and apparently he doesn't feel pain, but he had like spears sticking out of his spine.
Okay, so
and they were like, we need to rescue him, and he's like, what do you guys care? He literally can't feel it, and then just like stabbed him again.
Well, you're supposed to feel bad, not bad for that one, but feel bad for the real one because they turned him to that one and they modified him to.
Really? So when he did that to Luffy, was he just like a mindless puppet?
No. So in the stories, I don't remember what chapter or where they said it, but that particular one was by Kuma himself was designated to protect the Straw Hats.
Got you.
So that one did what it did.
There's a couple of them, right?
There's a lot.
So is the one who got captured the same one who did that to Luffy and his friends?
The one that got captured.
Because they were like, oh, it's Akuma. I'm like, I don't think... I remember seeing like 5
Oh, the one that got beat, that was guarding the ship.
The one that was when they got to Reverie and was like, welcome Alabasta, welcome Fishman. And the guy was literally riding him like an animal and treating him like a slave.
No, at that point he had.
And now some of the people from I think Sabo and some of the revolutionary people are like, we're gonna bust this whole thing up. And then there's like the 4 not warlords. These people are like basically the god of One Piece world. And Shanks literally burst in the room and was like, sit down, we need to talk. And they literally cut it off. Which makes me question, how much clout does Shanks have?
Plenty.
Alright, so moving on, another collectible thing. Dragon Ball Z's 30th anniversary is here. We talked about this last week. We have screenshots you guys will see. We have the collector's edition, and people are pissed.
Oh, yeah. I was just telling you about that. I was just asking you about that earlier. I did not know that many people were upset about this.
I like what it looks like, but my problem is artwork not final. So what we're looking at on these screenshots won't even be the thing. On top of that, I don't understand the 4:3 aspect ratio. I'm not that big of a person when it comes to quality.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that means they've been resized to perfectly fit on HD TVs. You get a Goku figure, which I wish they would have put it in color. You get a bunch of DVDs.
That's a throwback to their old figures, because I used to have a gold one just like that.
I remember having the VHS tapes. Go to like Dragon Ball Z or ZStore.com, and they had like a whole warehouse of just figures.
Yeah, that was crazy.
So you get an art. It's bad. They're doing the Kingdom Hearts 3 rollout. You get like a certain edition. You get a Sora figure. You get this exclusive art book, which has a bunch of cover panels in it. The complete series, 37 Blu-ray disc.
That's what everybody's upset about.
The problem is you need 3,000 people to reserve it for $300, and they were saying if you made maybe like it $100 and made 6,000 people reserve it and made this a worldwide thing, they might be more likely to sell. But
3,000 people to do 300 people to do what?
If you got like instead of 3,000 people paying $300, if you had like 6,000 people pay like 100 or 150 maybe. Because I didn't send a screenshot because it wasn't legit, but somebody put like a Photoshop their own version of the Infinity War saga and what the box art would look like if they made it for Marvel, and it looked badass. Like it would be every Marvel film, which I think Avengers dropped a new trailer today.
That's the one that I got spoiled with.
The one that just shows all the clips of all the old movies?
Oh, no, not that one.
It's literally showing every movie in Marvel, the MCU, in canonical order. So you literally watch it from, I think, Captain America, from Iron Man 1 all the way to Infinity War.
I wish that was the trailer I saw.
Oh, it was literally like, it was basically like a throwback. It almost looked fan-made. It was a throwback trailer. So you see like the important clips from
each movie.
You see T'Challa becoming Black Panther. You see Steve Rogers becoming everyone, and you basically see everyone coming together. And it literally does like small little clips of them and then their movie titles. So you see Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, Captain America, First Avenger, Thor, First Avengers. So it was a nice little See, here we go again with this shit.
Yeah.
Literally in my there's no photo, but literally, Avengers Endgame leaked 5 minutes of footage. There's a dude in one of our gaming groups. He just gets off on like spoiling stuff for people, and he will post as many as he can find.
Sick bastard.
But Facebook bans him like every other week, so God knows he'll be gone in like 5 minutes.
Sick bastard.
So yeah, people are upset about this box because we don't know what dubs we're getting. We don't know what music they're getting. They're not answering any questions on any social media. People worldwide are like, hey, you wouldn't have an issue with getting 3,000 orders if you expanded this to everybody and put all our dubs on there.
And
make sure that the Japanese and the Chinese and the Spanish-speaking countries and the Mandarin-speaking countries and the English-speaking countries, Canada, Europe, make sure they all get their stuff.
Yep, and Toei Animation's riding their ass too because right now they keep, what is it? I think it was with that box too. They took off Vic's name off of that too.
Did they?
Yes, and Toei is not happy about that because they know about the whole entire.
It does not like being embarrassed at all.
No, and they were talking about looking into like replacing the voice of Goku and everybody.
I saw. That's the thing about Japan. They don't care how much it'll hurt people's feelings. They won't do anything else. All right, wrapping it up. So more screenshots. Broly dropped today, and it is getting review bombed like hell. Like we have screenshots of people just saying they don't want to buy it. So I don't see Vic's name on there, but
that's exactly what I went to look for.
And I'm like, if he's not on there, we can look at it after. But if he's not on there, if I put the DVD in, I'm officially taking that back tonight.
Yep.
I don't know. We can call this our first unboxing. It's got a fun little like hollow
we
design on it.
We should do that. That'd be cool. Damn, I should have unboxed the cake.
I need some. Oh, look, I have keys. Thank God. Okay, my only thing I hate with games and DVDs is that ugly ass little piece of plastic that you can never get off properly and it just gets stuck there forever.
Dude, I love the smell of like brand new like cartridges and stuff like that.
I don't mind brand new cartridges. My problem is you don't get much inside, but
no poster.
It's decent. There's no poster. There's manga and print and digital available. You get a copy for your Funimation digital copy. And what is this? Feature. Okay, so there's your Blu-ray and your DVD copy.
Oh, cool. They hid it behind the paper?
No, it's
Yeah, they hid that on. Okay.
I'd show you guys, but y'all might steal it.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, you get your Funimation digital copy, which I probably won't use.
You have till all of tomorrow to use it, and then you'll be good.
Basically. All right, people. Once again, pre-recorded. We had things to do. Sorry. Anime Club. We are out. We're gonna eat Vance's cake now.
Whoa! Wow. We're just gonna dip like that. Okay, guys. Well, thank you. You guys are the best.
Cool.
We're gonna say a special thank you to Desi for this amazing birthday cake.
Yeah, we couldn't wait for the video. We had to go ahead and get a bust down on these cake pops.
All right, friend, here.
Appreciate it.
All right, your reaction here first. Let's go.
Sure. Thank you. Yeah.
It's good, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I gotta try one of these cake pops. I've been dying for this. That's some good shit right there.
She put work into this one.
I fucking know. For anybody, go to desirable_desserts23. Get yourself a cake made like this. We got one for the anime club. You should get one too. Thank you. Yee! Like, why are we still
Did it just cut? Okay, yeah, he paused it. Hi guys, Anime Club. We had to record, so we cut it early. Theater goers is upstairs. We wanted to watch the DVD and add this at the end and see if Vic Mignogna is credited or not.
Oh, this is the Japanese cast.
Is it?
Yes.
There wasn't that many voice actors for this.
Bro, that'd be so messed up.
Chile, Limo, Frieza Force Soldier, Broly, Benjamin. Okay. Music.
Bro, what if they just leave us with the Japanese one just so they don't have to put the American ones out?
Wow. Okay, I didn't even consider that.
Bro, that'd be so messed up. Also,
Music Incorporation, yada yada yada. Production.
this is a very weird song.
I didn't like it as the promo song at all. By the way, YouTube, don't copyright us.
You two can suck these nuts. It's not. We're not even showing anything.
This is all transformative.
Yeah, they just showing the Japanese side of it.
Wait, prop design.
This is all the Japanese.
In between animation checks. Am I blind? Am I just not seeing it?
Okay, now they're putting like American. I saw one or two American names.
Background Corporation. All Japanese names. Let's get to the American cast.
I don't see anything.
CG Technical Support Asset Manager.
Still nothing. Yo, I think
We've got like 2 minutes left of credits.
they're not gonna put the American names up there unless there's like a way to change it in the settings. Wait, is the DVD like in Japanese from the start?
No, because that was the English dub we were just watching.
Was it? Because we just got to a screaming point. We didn't really like.
Yeah, but remember you heard him say, "Go, hey, you son of a bitch!" They didn't put the English cast in here at all. Oh wait,
there you go. Justin
All right.
Cook. He's a producer. I didn't know that.
Yeah, a lot of them are higher ups at the Funimation.
For anybody that doesn't know, Justin Cook is Majin Buu and Yusuke from Yu Yu Hakusho.
All right, Sean Schimmel, Chris Sabat, Chris Ayers, Damon Clark, Monica Rial, Eric, Vic Mini. Okay.
Okay, they put him in there.
Okay, Vic is in the movie, people. So now that drama's handled. Okay, so Vic is in the movie. By the way, I don't know if it's just on sale or if they realize nobody wants to pay $30 for anime anymore. You can pick up the Blu-ray, which comes with the Blu-ray and DVD copy, $20, and you get a digital copy with it.
20 dinero.
Same goes for My Hero, which is actually a deal because when the first 2 DBZ movies dropped, I had to pay like $25-$30 to get them on Blu-ray.
2,000 yen.
Catch it while you can. All right, this episode is officially over. We out.
Yee.